Another part. Okay, I'm telling you about the Blum hinges. That's what it looks like. This is the very basic standard one that we can afford. In my family, this is all we can afford, okay? Some of you have all sorts of fancy ones with all the mechanism inside for soft closing. I don't use soft closer on the buy an expensive hinge for the soft closer, okay? I buy a separate soft closer. It only costs 60, 70 pence. I stick it on top of there and forget about it, and it works all day long. And then when it breaks, I just replace the soft closer, okay? Why be... Well, you do what you want. You pay your monies. You get what you want. If you want to fancy this, I don't, I only have 2-3 drawers with soft closing mechanisms on them. Not a fan of them. Blum hinge. Set up now to fit Blum hinges normal. It's there, the note is on it, right? It came from China in this box. Everything that I need for it is related to it is inside this box. Including this piece of paper that I've used for something. I put it in there for a reason. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, I've just had a heart attack. There's all sorts of bits in here I use for reference. Right, so this is the hinge this is the thing that it drills the hole for the back of this. This is the recess in the door, okay? In your door, and what it is, there's a distance from the back. I don't actually have one here. Everything's fallen to bits. I don't have a door. I should have, but I don't. I think there was a door with holes in it already. I'll try and explain it to you. What can I use to explain it to you? I'll use this piece of wood. Imagine that's a door and it's got a hinge. Got a hinge here and a hinge up there. And if you start to overload your door, you need another hinge, okay? And literally what this does, can you see how it's not sitting? This has got to go below the surface to sit, okay? It has to go below the surface to sit. So this makes that hole that's recessed. There's a fancy mechanism, right? And this opens up and to whatever size your the thickness of your door, and you need plus more than 18 millimeters, okay, or punch a hole right through your surface. 18 is a minimum, but you can put a 30 thick, look, you can put a 25 thick door on, and it'll still open. It'll still do its magic. Reason being, part of my snot, my nose is running. That's 15 mil. This is 20 mil, so I need to go a little bit more. And this is not 20 mil perfect, this is just 20 mil somewhere. And what it does is it sets the back of the door. Okay, that's not it. I'll go a bit more. So I'll tell you what the actual back of the door looks like. I'm going to do it from this side. Put that under there. That sets it off the back. Okay. All you have to worry about is the location, and I have a location, how far I go up and how far I come down. Okay, can you see there's a little nib? So if you drew your square line, you just go to the square line, sit that on there, right, and then you clamp it, and then you put your drill, you get your drill, open it up to that, and it spins, and inside there, look, there's a cutter. Just get plenty of light. This miserable room I haven't time to piss around with. There's the cutter, look, can you see it? There's the edge for the cutter, and you press it, and what it does is it's put a pip now, so you can actually set the pip and move it off and check to see where it is. It's there, look, it's right there. It's drawn the pip so you can measure it, and oh, I'm happy now. And the beauty of this one is it doesn't adjust, it just sets this distance automatically. It sets the offset for that hinge, which then sets it in its position. It sets it in its position on the door frame. It sets that. It sets this gap automatically. It doesn't do anything. There's a more sophisticated one. Worth do it. Worth has a hinge, and not the new one they've made. That's diabolically rubbish. The old one, the old Worth hinge jig for Blum type hinges, kitchen type hinges, was beautiful. My mate used to borrow it me, and I wish he'd sell it me, but he won't, because he might still use it. I've asked him and asked him what selling it, and I cannot find it. There's 300-400 quid now. I paid 26 quid for this thing, and it does exactly the same thing, but the other one is a beautiful thing. It's the worth one, if you find it. Not the new one, the old one. It's impossible to find. I've never seen it. I've never seen it on eBay. I've never seen it anywhere, you know. And I won't ask people to give it me. I won't ask people to say to me, oh, my mate's got one. If he wants to sell it to me, he'll sell it to me. If he doesn't, I've got this one. Why do I need it? I've got this one. This does the work. I don't need to work all the other things. I bet you can do angles with it. You can put it on an angled on, all sorts of stuff. This is it. This is the jig I've been telling you about. And I'm going to be using it soon, because you'll see me use it in anger. And this is it. It's solid. And they're cheap. 26 quid. You can go on eBay and get one. Yeah? Get one that looks like that. In fact, I'll tell you what it's called. It's called Distance. It's called bloody Distance. It says, oh my God. What does it say? 3, 4, 5, 6 millimetre distance. So you can actually do an offset. I don't know how to do it, and I don't really care. Yeah. That's all it is. It's just that. But it does the thing that you can't do. You can't set it. Yes, you can drill it with this thing, silver line, make this. Yeah, but it's cheap. It's 3 quid. It's been in there and I've never used it because I had a spade bit that I was using, and I bought this and it's never been used, so it's sat up there. But it'll go into history. It's still inside its bag, in its box. Never be opened. It'll sit up there forever. Right? It'll be up there forever. It's not ever going to get used. It's there because I've got it. And if somebody comes to me and they say, can I borrow your blum hinge cutter, I'll give them that one. I'm not going to give them this one. Right? This is mine. Belongs to me. Buy your own. It's from an advert, that, innit? You know which advert it is. It's a lady. She's got really nice slick hair. And she's on a hair advert or something. I don't know, something about something. But she said that, so I'm using it because it's in my head now. This one's mine, get your own. Yeah? Everybody knows now what that is. And everybody knows that. Even though I'm watching YouTube and that pops up, I'll watch it because I'm a moron. It's nothing to do with hair. My hair looks like an explosion in a wig factory. There you go. You've got to close it. It won't go back in there. Yeah? So you have to close it up. It just will not go back in there. That's the original box. It's almost on the cutting edge. That's it. That's touching the cutting edge. Back it off. Don't leave it with a cutting edge. If you drop it, it'll damage your cutting edge. Relieve it a little bit. Inertia will whack that. And in fact, if it goes up the other way, the inertia will push that. Inertia is a thing that you can't fight. That's the thing that's going to stop you travelling faster than light. Because if you crash it faster than light, there'll be nothing left. It'll be a gel stain, okay? So first, before they start travelling at the speed of light, they've got to work out a vision system. How can they do a vision system when your electronics only work below the speed of light? So what's the vision system going to be? Right? This is the thing that stops aliens from travelling at the speed of light, basically. You think about it. How many centuries did it take them to work out inertial to be able to prevent inertia? You know those G-forces in your car when you crash? That force, you just keep continuing. Yeah? Well, that is the inertia of your mass of your body. Just keep going. Even though the car stopped, you just keep going. And you crush your chest on the old days, and then Audi made that steering wheel that collapsed. Vorsprungdrakt Heckenhocker. Adverts all the time they used to come up. You remember it in your brain. Oh, that needs to go back in there. Blum hinge. Rubber band, just in case it falls and it starts to open up. That was inertia. Not totally speed of light. If you're still interested, this is my brain working it out, okay? I don't know anything about the speed of light. All I do know is a spaceship travelling at the speed of light hits a bloody lump or something. It's jumping left of it. It's gone. They don't travel at the speed of light, do they? They have to use another method. Warp factor or whatever they use. They cannot be moving. They've got to go from one place to another place instantaneously because you can't move through space without hitting a rock. And they're everywhere, right? They're under your foot and they're in space and they're big and they're small and some of them you can't see. But they're travelling at certain speeds. And if you hit that while you're travelling at the speed of light, no matter what anybody else tells you, there is no armour plating in the universe that's going to stop it. Isn't. It just does not exist. So light travel in real space does not exist. You have to go slower. Even if you're going at 50,000 miles an hour, when you hit that other thing that's coming at 100,000 miles an hour, ain't nothing left of you. There's nothing. It won't be anything left of you. And spaceships do not turn instantly. Star Wars and all that trash. You need to throw some mass away to be able to turn. Yeah? You have to. Reaction mass, you have to throw it away to go forward. Yeah? And how much mass are you going to hold? You want to go from here to somewhere else, how much mass are you going to have to hold? You know? And all the radiation, all the other stuff that they say, oh, this is possible. We can do it. We can. They can't even flipping get out of low Earth orbit. They've been sat up there for 60, 70 years. They're still there. They're not moved. They're not moved. And the scientists know, all the people who are scientific, they bloody know that they'll never be able to move out of low Earth orbit until they develop radiation protection. They just cannot. As soon as they get into cosmic and they go from one place to another, getting bombarded with radiation continuously. Surround yourself with thick sheets of lead, big thick pieces of lead that can be worked out. You can work it out. Yeah. Thunderfoot can work it out. You can work it out. Yeah. Brilliant guy. Everybody slags him off, and he doesn't deserve it because he knows what he's talking about. And I watch him and I know what he's talking about. And all the other scientific people who know what they're talking about, they know. They know that these things are finite and there's certain things you can do and there's certain things you can't do. And you can't fly to flipping Mars. Right? You can't fly to the moon. You just can't do it. Nobody can do it. You can't go to the moon in a tin foil hat. Right? No matter what the spider looks like and the vessel that they're going in, it will not work. And they say, oh, we saw light streaks, my ass. You go out there and you'll see more than light streaks with your eyes closed. When you come back, your body will be punctured with millions of little holes. Yeah. Oh. What they say to you, and what NASA says to you, and what JPL says to you, is a cover screen, people. No matter how, slag me off, it's a cover screen. It's all trash. All them people who think they're going to Mars, they're not going to Mars. And if they get in one of them tin cans, that's the end of them. We'll never hear from them again. They'll be finished. That's it. They'll all die on the journey there. Starve to death, fight each other, kill each other. That's what they're going to be doing, because unless it can go from Earth to Mars in 6 hours, that's the limit of people's attention span where they want to kill somebody who they don't like. Yeah? Not unless that thing's not going to go 260 days. I'm telling you, there'll be nobody left in it. Nobody left alive in it. That's my rant on space travel. And I'll tell you, there's so much. You want to travel at the speed of light, you need to make a display system to see the stars and stuff, that the rocks that are coming towards you. You never see them, and you'll be gone. And there's no electronic system in the world. They've never invented an electronic system that's faster than the speed of light, so you won't detect it. It'll hit you. Okay? Inertia. The inertia travelling at the speed of light. Imagine micrometer. Even a micrometer is travelling at the speed of light has a certain whack. Okay? You hit something like that. That's it. You're finished. If it stops, if your spaceship stops for any reason, you'll still be moving forward with your body mass at the speed of light. And trust me, there'll be nothing left. Nothing. So don't say, unless... And you can't make something to defy inertia. There's nothing. The bed plate for that. Can you imagine the thing that bolts it to the bottom of the spaceship? The inertial, the mass distribution system. Oh, flip me. You know, you see that spaceship in Star Trek? Oh, when that stops, those people will continue going. There's nothing to stop them. They go, oh, the inertial navigation system has gone off, or whatever. Not the inertial navigation. The dampening system has gone off. You're a stain. When that goes off, you'll be a stain. It doesn't exist, and I would never. Don't be a test pilot on the first spaceship. All right? The first one to leave low Earth orbit. Do not be a pilot in that one. Yeah? You're not even been born yet. You, who's going to be the first one to leave low Earth orbit, has not been born. He's not even been born yet, because they haven't made the ship for him to fly. For that, him or her, to fly it. It doesn't exist. Right, getting back to this, I'm done with the space rant. If you want me to do more space rant and more bullshit, I'll tell you it. It's just, people, it's just instinctive. It's just there, and a bit of pulling the wool over your eyes. They're saying this, that, and the other, and this thing happened, and it never happened. It never happened, right? Those things never happened. They've just pulled the wool over your eyes. Why do you think the Russians never showed you launching the stuff? They don't show you for a reason. They've had disasters, and they've had so many of them. But the Americans show you, don't they? Show you every single disaster they've ever had. Okay? There's reasons why they do these things. Some people don't want you to see things. They don't want you to see the mistakes. I want to show you every mistake I make, because I am a human. I'm not A divine entity. That's only in Fifth Element, okay? Flying cars. Don't get me on that one. Don't get me started on flying cars. Yeah? You see how I go off on tangential stuff? Don't get me started on the stuff that's never going to work. It's never going to work. Lanes in the sky, my arse. Alright, we've done enough of this one. I'm going to go do some drawing. Bye.